Roswell Flight Test Crew here at AMA Expo 2015 in beautiful Ontario, California, and I'm speaking with Robert Rodriguez of the Society of Aerial Cinematographers. How you doing, Robert?
Hi, pleasure. Doing really well. Exhausted, back hurts a little bit, but fantastic show. Love to have you guys here.
Oh, we are glad to be with you here. So why don't you just tell everybody about this society you've started and what you're trying to accomplish?
Yeah, absolutely. Society of Aerial Cinematography, we started a little over a year ago, and it's, as the tagline says, you can probably see behind our shoulders here, we are promoting the safe and responsible use of multirotors on and off set. And that allows for people from the enthusiasts that are just starting out, all the way to people that are accomplished in doing this as a career, to come to one central location and gather information from a lot of our speakers and guests, and a lot of the product manufacturers that support us, without us having to play the telephone game and having one single person try to pretend to understand everything.
Now, I know because we both sit on the AMA's SUAS advisory group that you've been having these periodic meetings about once a quarter at different locations around the Los Angeles area. Why don't you tell people what happens at those?
We do a lot of these events. We host events over at Canon's Hollywood Tech Center, so great people. Canon are big supporters of us, actually helped us to start off the whole process. And AbelCine, who's a fantastic professional rental house and sales out in Burbank, California, New York, and Chicago, actually gave us a home. So that's our headquarters out here. And what we do at the events is we'll invite folks like yourselves, AMA's Mr. Rich Hansen, Government Regulations, Canon, Panasonic, Sony, any of the camera manufacturers, any of the vendors, to come out and talk about their products. So they're sort of micro trade shows that we put together, and we just allow people to come share information, share products, do flight demos. But we also bring in a little bit, not a lot of it, of our background. My experiences in post-production and production. So we want to make sure that as we bring people in, that we're actually sharing our experience in production. We talk about camera setup. We talk about color correction. We talk about visual effects and editing. We want to make sure that as you go through our workshops, that you fully understand everything from start to finish, including flight.
And speaking of flight, I think a crucial issue all of us are thinking about these days right now is safety.
Safety is the number one thing. If we don't ever ask anyone to go out there, or I should say we don't ever promote anyone to go pick up a multirotor from any hobby shop and sell their services on set, we're seeing too much of that. And it is absolutely unfair to DJI and Horizon and everyone else to get the blame for the problems that are happening out there in the industry. What we do is we tell people, come out, join the events, follow us online, pay attention to people like yourselves as well that are actually advocating the safety of this, and really getting some experience with these smaller multirotors, or just come pick our brains on things before you actually go take flight, especially anywhere near people.
Clearly, this industry is moving very fast in the adoption of this technology. How do you see this moving forward?
I don't really see trends changing too soon. We are definitely making some great strides. We've got some great people that support us. Mr. Tom Hellman, for example, from PictureVision, one of the 7 exempted people under the Exemption 333. But as technology grows and the cost of entry gets easier and easier and lower, I don't know where the balance is. We believe that as you move forward, regardless of what happens with the regulations, the key principles, which are safety, understanding the technology, and embracing the evolution of the technology and the cinematic experience and production value that you get from this, is always going to be relevant. So that's what we teach and that's what we promote.
Now, if somebody wants to get involved, and they're presumably here in the greater LA area, how do they get in touch with you? Their website? How do they come to one of these meetings?
We do have sort of the associate membership that we're putting together. We're going to be launching a website very soon. You can go to www.thesoac.com. That'll actually take you to our Facebook page, so you can keep in touch with all of our events. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, all the social media things that are, I let my son handle because I'm way too old for those things now. But we're typically all under _SOAC on most of those sites.
I've been watching for a distance to the SUAS advisory group and thinking, man, we got to get down to one of these things. So now that we've met you in person, we see what you're about, maybe we can come down and participate, because it sure sounds like you got a good program going.
Oh, we'd absolutely love to have you. I think it's one of those things that you'd be a huge benefit to this. You guys have a fantastic recognition, fantastic thing you do for the community, and we'd absolutely be honored to have you.
Oh, well, wow, thank you. I'm honestly touched. Well, Robert, thanks so much for telling us about your group here, and we will be in touch.
My pleasure. Thank you very much.
All right, and from AMA Expo 2015, Ontario, California, this is the Roswell Flight Test Crew signing off.